remember when I said I would love you forever, and you thought it would only last as long as we were together. For the past and the past lost, but it made me better. Had to feel love to feel lost. I feel that now more than ever. You're never gonna be lost. Your fire burns beneath the frost, an empire built between my thoughts, crisscrossed across line that can't be crossed. A million memories in this melody singing to me. Smile. This is the way it's meant to be. Not you leaving as a cousin, even though it hurts, it makes me feel like I'm one with the universe, steady and more than ready to ride. You're the angel and my guide, a part of the spark and the power inside. So I go detached and gone, little look back for a bit, but I'm still moving on to a story in a canvas yet to be drawn of a child of the night. But I fight for the dawn, on and on in the way, singing we may be gone, but what we have will always stay. How to stop for me, how to hard for me, how to gonna keep.
Well, hello everybody. I'm gonna post the link here in just a second. So I have some stuff I want to get off my chest, and I've been told lately that a lot of you don't really know much about me. You guys know little tiny pieces and wonder how I ended up here. And so I might share a little bit of that, as long as I don't lose my temper too much anyway beforehand. It is really, really nice to see, some of my closest friends in here right now. And you guys are not the ones that I really want to yell at. But we will get there. I'm sure that they will catch this later. People are always curious. Kind of funny. So I guess I will start with my observations as of lately. I've been spending some time over on sorry, I was reading Stephanie's thing. Oh, thanks, Aviator. I've been spending some time over in Kenny's live streams lately, which I mean I used to spend a lot of time over there before he hit 1,000. I rate my buddy. But something that I've noticed from not just the cop watcher haters and the auditor haters and the protester haters, but I've also noticed it from the protesters and the cop watchers and the auditors. Y'all act the same. You guys talk mad shit about each other, put each other down, try to find ways to get rid of each other, and try to pull that gotcha moment with everybody. And I don't know if you guys, or I guess the people who are doing this, realize that they're doing this, or if they are totally oblivious to themselves and like have no self-awareness. Oh my god, my coffee got cold. How'd that happen? But somebody had said something last night that kind of irritated me to the core, because it was literally what we want out of the cops is what the haters want out of us. Yeah, Jerry, I agree. I agree. I gotta say it is getting old. Somebody's got to pull their horns in first. You know that it's not going to be them. Even if it was them, you would know it wasn't going to be them. You would feel like it would be us. But I think that just as an auditor and a cop watcher is necessary and we need them, and the reason that we need them is to make us all aware of what's really going on. All the crap that our officials and our police and our city workers and stuff don't want us to see, don't want us to hear, and don't want us to know. The reason they don't want us to see, hear, and know this stuff is the same reason a little kid doesn't want you to come into the room right now, because they're stealing cookies out of the cookie jar. They're doing something they're not supposed to be doing. It's as simple as that. They know they're pulling some shit and they don't want to get called out on it. Well, the hater groups, they do the same thing. They do their little spy work and their little background checks. And if it weren't for the hater groups, I would probably still be involved with people whom I do not want to be involved with. I am a survivor of sexual violence. That. When isn't it? I don't know if it's just because I was a victim of it, or because I'm a woman, or just because it's fucking wrong. That's one thing, that's one crime that I don't care how many years ago it happened. It don't matter. I don't care. If you were convicted, I don't want your name associated with me. I don't even want to acknowledge the fact that we enjoy the same things, or we've seen each other or talked to each other before. I don't know. I don't want nothing to do with them people. Judge me if you want, but expect to get the judgment right back. If it weren't for the haters, I wouldn't know about these people. I'd still be hanging around them. I could easily put myself or my kids in jeopardy because of it. And thankfully, because of the haters, and I don't like calling them that, the next level watchdogs, I guess. If it weren't for them, I wouldn't have known, because people try to keep it quiet in the community because they don't want, and I kind of get that. But then again, by not being upfront and honest and transparent with people, especially the newcomers, we're literally doing the thing that we don't want the cops and our officials doing. And like it or not, we are an organization. Like it or not, we are a group of people. We influence each other's behavior. We influence each other's time and where we go and what we do and what we talk about when we're not online. What we talk about with our friends and our family that are face-to-face friends and family. And it spreads the word and the message throughout our local communities about what's going on out there. It brings them to your guys' channels. It starts bringing more awareness and support. It starts washing away some of the ignorance. I got into it with a cop last week. Well, an ex-cop, but he's retired. He was my buddy before. He's not anymore. Because he truly believes that if a cop writes it in his report, then it's the truth. It's God's word and a story. But I just showed him a video of a man being murdered by a cop. And showed them the proof of them trying to cover it up. I mean, like, what more do you want? But because it was written by the cops this way, and because so many of them wrote it that way, well, it's God's word. But it's not. And we need the haters to see that, but we also need the haters to see that we are going to be transparent, open, and honest, and respectful, just like we want out of the cops. I don't think it's too much to ask, really. Oh, Las Vegas Community News Watch. I understand why you feel that way. I really do. But I've lost 6 people so far. And it's not a fake illness. It is taking lives. And put it this way. My whole county can go ahead and send their kids back to school. But my youngest daughter, who is still in high school, she can graduate a little bit late. I'm okay with that because I'm not going to jeopardize her life. I'm not going to play Russian roulette with her life. The county can kiss my ass. The president can kiss my ass. The governor can kiss my ass. And anybody who has a problem with me keeping my daughter from going back to school right away, they can kiss my ass too. If they want to gamble with their kid's life, go for it. But they're not going to gamble with mine. Oh wow, Joel, is it a new video? And is it like a cell phone video or is it dash cam or what? No, honey. Says there's 22 in here. You know, Kat, I agree with you because of the fact that, especially in grade school, when our kids are the most impressionable and those real intense scenes of history is really gonna stay on them and they're never gonna forget that shit. I think it's best that they learn that from their parents, and I think it's best that they learn the truth and not a bunch of bullshit. Oh, okay. Yes, yes. I did. I think I saw that last night, or yeah. Otto shared that last night, I think. Any updates on it? Yeah, yeah. Daggum freaking retired police officers and stuff. Damn it, Trump said. Oh, I'm not going to take a vaccine until I know that it is safe. And so 18 months after it comes out on the market, I will go ahead and volunteer for it. My oldest daughter, I have no say over that. She's grown, but my youngest, she'll be waiting too. Well, Minnie, hello there. Yeah, but when six of that 170,000 are somebody that you know, Joel, it impacts your life. It changes your life. It truly changes your life. Um, to lose six people within 3 months, and it wasn't to like heroin or a boating accident. Oh, okay, I'm coming. Oh, Tupu, hi.
Knock, knock.
Well, hello.
Hello? I've been sitting back here for about 30 minutes.
Oh, I'm sorry. I have it over on the I'm pretty much on the YouTube page just so I can try and read what people in the chat or text me
Don't
about.
worry about it. I'm just joking around with you. It wasn't no problem. I
Gates
don't
is a
mind
scary
waiting.
dude.
How are you?
I am not too bad, not too bad at all. I just had some like I guess observations to share, and then I was going to share a little bit about myself. I'm getting there. I really hate sharing stuff about myself, but I keep getting asked to like open up a little bit about my past and about my personal life because
Oh,
well
okay.
I am clean off of heroin for almost 11 years now, and that is something that not many people can do successfully. It's
Well,
a long hard road to get there and to get here, and people seem to want to know how I did it, and I mean I figured I might share that or I might share my ghost story with you guys because it really is pretty dang freaky.
oh my God. Don't tell me you saw a ghost.
So I had one climb into bed with me, like no shit, climb into bed with me.
Oh my
And then
God.
the very next night, it locked us out of the bathroom and turned the water on in the bathroom, and like we had to climb through the window of the bathroom to get in there. And mind you, this bathroom door did not lock. There was no lock on it, but it was locked.
You sure it wasn't my ex?
It could have been. I mean, did you bump your ex off? Did you bump your ex off?
Oh my God. Could have been.
Do you really like? Are you pulling my leg? Because I catch a lot of shit when I tell people about that, and like, I mean, it happened. I don't know what else to say. It happened, and it was horrifying, and it escalated from that point. I mean, there was little shit before that, but it was little shit that you could just brush it off and like, oh, that was just nothing. That was just the wind, or maybe somebody was yelling for somebody with my same name down the way or something, you know.
There's somebody at your back door.
Sugar britches. It's my Stephanie. Yeah, I'm not over on the Streamlabs page so that I can try and pay attention to the feed. So you guys, if you come over and join us, say something.
Something?
Say something in the chat. Yeah, well, you know, say something in the chat so I get my attention somehow.
Oh, well, she was here and now she left.
She dipped.
So you're in Portland, right?
No, I'm near Aberdeen, Washington.
Oh, right. Aberdeen. Okay. I remember you told me somewhere in Washington.
Trump didn't cause it, or Trump said didn't cause it, because I'm pretty sure it was one of the two. Oh, I'm speaking bad English. That's what this is. I'm sorry if it's hurting the dog's ears.
Sound like you speaking regular English to me.
Oh my goodness. So I don't know. Yeah, I guess you guys wanna hear my ghost story. I'll go ahead and share it really quick. Who's got the cops coming? I hear the cops.
Oh, that's some cops probably going by.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead and share my ghost story, I guess. So this was back in 2007, 2008, 2007, because it was before I started. Before I went from pain medication and not knowing anything about addiction to knowing far too much about addiction. So my ex, he worked HVAC, which is air conditioning and refrigeration technician. And once a month for a week straight, he would be on call 24 hours a day. So he would work his normal shift during the day. And then if there was any emergency calls that came in at night, he would have to get up and go to those too. Well, little weird things had been happening around the house. I kept hearing somebody call my name from outside, and I'd go outside and I'd look, and there wouldn't be nobody there. And mind you, we lived in the middle of nowhere. Our closest neighbor was quite a ways away, but the way the valley was made, if you yelled from one piece of property to the next, you could hear the wind would carry. Hey, lady! Well, it was getting late. I had put the kids to bed, and Eli was not home yet, and I was getting tired. And I knew that he was going to be home soon, and I don't want to lie. I don't want to lie to you guys. This was kind of like during a time in our relationship, and I wanted to hurry up and get to bed and get to sleep before he got home. That way, if he did try to hit me up for sex, I could, blame it on, I was asleep. I know that's a horrible thing to do. I'm terrible. I know. But it's the truth. So I go to bed, and I hear, within 15 minutes, I hear the back door open and close. I hear really heavy footsteps, booted footsteps, come through the house. I hear our bedroom door open and close. I hear him walk by, go into the master bathroom. And then all of a sudden I hear somebody taking their clothes off or, whatever near the bed. And then the blankets lift up. I feel the air. I feel a body get right next to me, but not exactly touch me, but close enough to where I could feel it. He was cold. I thought, man, he's cold. And I was laying there, and I kind of felt bad because I knew he was awake and just staring at me for some reason, even though I had my back to him. So I decided to turn over and, snuggle and put out if I had to. And when I rolled over and I put my arm around him, my arm caught on his body just as it touched him. And then it went straight down to the mattress. There was nobody fucking there. I jumped up out of that bed. I searched the house. I went outside. I grabbed the phone. I called him and said, "What the flying fuck? Were you just here and you got another call back out or something?" Thinking maybe I dozed off and, like, missed a step. I don't know. And he's like, "No, I haven't even been home yet." He's like, "What is the matter?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I need you to get home right now." I'm freaking the fuck out because there was somebody just in my goddamn bed, you guys. I was horrified. Crystal, hi. Sorry for all the swearing. I cuss way too much. I hate that about myself. But I do nothing to change it, so. It only escalated from there. It was a couple of nights later that my ex and I were in bed together, and he finally got to witness something, and that was when we had gotten locked out of the bathroom, and we heard the water turn on. And I mean, turn on full force, like from shut off completely to turned on all the way to where now for at least a good 15-20 minutes. And the thing is, he was in there last, and when he come out, he left that door open. We always left it open because we had the bathroom window open, and, like, that way the cat could come in if it had to. But we got, and then like 2 nights after that, or a night or so after that, he was on a call and I was in the living room. I refused to go in that bedroom and sleep by myself. It wasn't going to happen. I was terrified. So freaking terrified. So I slept on the couch, and I fell asleep, and at some point woke up, and I was facing the back of the couch, and I could not only feel something or someone staring at me from behind me, but I could hear them fucking breathing. I mean, like, I even held my breath to make sure it wasn't me. It was like I was just hearing myself and freaking myself out. This happened back in like 2007, 2008. At a house out in Sassuk, which is near a place called Schaefer State Park. And back in the old logging days, so many people out there died every single day that they would, if you were out there working for Schaefer and you died, they would grab your body and lean it up against a tree, and it would sit there until the end of the day. At the end of the day, a truck would come up and would pick up all the dead bodies and take them down the hill. So, I don't know, like, the house that we were in was practically brand new. Nobody ever died in it, I can promise you that. I don't know. I do not know. It was probably, I don't know, 6 months to a year later, me and my ex had split up. I was spending the night there with my youngest because she stayed there. That way she wouldn't have to transfer schools. And I slept with her in her bed. For some reason, she did not want to sleep up against the wall, and she was little at the time. And I was just like, well, fuck, I don't want to, like, shove her out of bed, and make her fall. It's going to be horrible. And I kept trying to get her to sleep up against the wall, and she refused. So I ended up sleeping up against the wall. And to make sure that I wasn't pushing her off the bed by taking up all the space, I made sure and put one shoulder right up against the wall. And I did everything I could to leave it there. Well, I woke up 3 different times that night being shoved off that wall so hard that it, like, jolted me awake and like smashed me into Aiden. YouTube watcher. I do? Me? The last thing I heard anything say, I heard my name about a week ago, and I was here by myself, and it was fairly close. I said probably about 5 or 10 feet away from me. Oh, honey, nobody's gonna block you here. There's, I don't do that. There's no reason to be that way. I don't think, you're not threatening to kill anybody, and you're not, being gross. And if you have like, criticisms or whatever, you want to call names, go for it. The way I see it is people calling names and acting like a jackass. They're the ones getting judged for it, not the ones that they're yelling at. Yeah, there's like a good 20-second delay. Jimmy, did you hear my ghost story? Oh, Lord. Oh, well, you missed it. You missed it. I just shared, like, kind of like a little slew of them, like probably a 2-week period, a time where stuff was really, really active in my old house. And then um, a year later, another time that in the same house that stuff, just got creepy. But this should be up when we're done. Yeah, the part about it though, Aviator, is that I lived it, and it truly was a horrifying experience for me. It's to have something climb into bed with you like that, um, and then to know that it was affecting my youngest daughter too. And that was after I had and me and my ex had split up, and like I couldn't really do anything about it. I stayed there for like a week. Instead of staying there for one night, I stayed there for like a week, and her and I slept in the living room on an air mattress together at night because I didn't know what to do. I mean, my ex didn't care enough to, he's just like, well, you've always experienced that kind of crap, and I'm just like, but that doesn't take away from the effect it's having on this little midget here. And my oldest, well, she wasn't about to stay out there, not even for her baby sister, because she's a dick. So I stayed out there for like a week with her just to make sure that she was okay and that the activity was going to calm down, and it did. I wish I knew what it was, them, what they were. And mind you, this is an experience that I had before drugs, during drugs, after drugs. It wasn't like some kind of drug induced psychosis that I was going through at any point in time. And the times that stuff did happen while I was in my active addiction, um, even I question it just because I was using. And, it messes with your perception, and it messes with the way that you remember things going down. Yeah, I don't blame you, Crystal. You know, especially when there's so many people that can just make light of it because they've never experienced anything like that. Um, and before I had ever experienced anything like that, I thought that ghosts were just the stories we shared with each other. Um, well, I wouldn't doubt that. I see how it could definitely open you up in a way to energies that are not meant for us. Um, I know that I've had two near death experiences as an adult, one as a child. Um, I know that since going through that, I mean, like every time I've experienced death, I mean, I've flatlined. So, I mean, death, not brain death, but death. Um, it too also kind of opens you up to, God, I don't know how to describe it. It's like darkness that feels like a warm blanket. That's the most comfortable, most safe spot you could ever possibly fucking imagine. And then it's total fucking panic. And you try to climb out and you can't. But it leaves a part of that on you. Anybody who says they saw white light, I call bullshit because I died 3 times and I never saw white light. Never saw nobody. I knew I wasn't alone, but it was more like being in a unfamiliar place, unable to, like, you know, you're literally outside of your body, and being outside of your body is you don't have a body. You have nothing to move, nothing to run away with, nothing to speak with, nothing to um, but you can still feel things as far as, like, you know, intense pain, warmth, cold. But it feels like a really awesome place to be at first. It really does. I don't know. It could have been like, you know, them trying to get a sinus rhythm back that like made me feel the pain. I don't know. Oh, I spent a few years. Well, I started as far as drugs go. I I got hurt at work really bad. I got thrown into a table and it herniated 3 discs in my lower back. And at this point in time, I was completely ignorant when it came to pain medication, let alone addiction, or what it was and what it did, and like how it could alter your reality in a way that just turned you into a very selfish, angry person. And my doctor, it's funny, she knew I was addicted to him, and she pointed it out to her daughter one night, um, because I had, when I wasn't in severe pain, I wouldn't take my pain medication, and then I would get sick, and I didn't know why I was sick. I thought I was sick. I didn't know that you could get sick, like withdrawing off of pain medication. I truly knew nothing about addiction. I was fucking clueless. But this bitch knew, and she, you know, I didn't realize it until later what the conversation had been about between the two, because, you know, naivety. It just is what it is. But she pointed out to her daughter me going from like just being really just kind of sick and flu-like to like having energy and being chatty and like engaging in a conversation. And she said, "Look, see, did you see it right there, right there?" And she pointed at me, and I looked at them both, and I said, "What? What? Oh, nothing." She knew exactly what was happening to me, and she did not make me aware of it. She didn't talk to me about it or like say, "Hey, we're gonna wean you off of these because this is what's happening to you." And that's why I was pointing it out to my daughter, because I wanted her to be aware of what it looked like or whatever. Yeah, Miami. I only like literally probably once every 6 months I will go live. Um, I like to focus most of my time and energy on helping other people and staying out of my own head and staying out of my own shit and not. Oh, well, thank you guys for, listening and like not being nobody's being mean. I'm sure that it'll happen. I'll get the awesome junkie comments eventually. Yeah, I went from pain pills. I did go from pain pills to heroin, and that was even a naive moment. I didn't realize that heroin was opium. Uh, I really knew nothing, you guys. I didn't know anything. And somebody brought some of this stuff over. They said it was opium and to try it. And I was shelling out like almost $800 a month for my fucking prescriptions. They're like, oh, it's way cheaper. And bam, the makings of a junkie. Last time I used, which was almost 11 years ago, I was doing about an ounce of heroin a day in my veins. Jenny! Nerd love is the best love. But yeah, I should not be here. I should be dead, guys. Oh. But I'll go live again in about 6 months. But yeah, the whole time that I was using heroin, though, I have to say I was trying to. As soon as I realized what was happening to me, and I had actually been like dope sick or went through withdrawals, and like knew what it was. Um, I tried to get clean over and over and over again, and I would always relapse. I'd make it 3 months, 2 months, never more than three to 5 months tops, and then well, I went to rehab and I just served some time in prison, and I was just gonna fake it until I got out, and I was going to get high as soon as I got out, and I just had to bide my time. And somewhere along the way, of pretending to want sobriety, like a switch flipped, and like it was something I really wanted. And I really thought maybe I can do this. And well, that was 11 years ago. Leslie! But yeah, so if anybody's out there struggling with stuff or things, and they just want someone to talk to you about it, not necessarily to help them get sober, but just so that they can feel like they're honest with somebody, they're real with somebody. I'm here. And there is nothing you can tell me that is going to make me balk at you. Because I ain't talking about it today, but during the time of my youth, I did some really fucked up things. Really fucked up things. And I think that the community deserves to know. I just ain't sharing it today. Yeah. So I guess that's it. All I've really got to, oh damn, 7 years. Right on. That is awesome. Mine is 9/13. Yeah, for real. And I'm telling you, being to where people are in lockdown and whatnot. There's not. I know there's NA and AA groups that are doing their thing online, but that's really scary to do because people can record that shit. Somebody, who was it? Somebody here was talking about another person in the community and talking about them at an AA meeting or at an NA meeting. And I got so fucking angry about it. This just happened like within the last couple of days. That last day is for anonymous, faceless, nameless, safety and security. No, I've never heard of that. Yeah, it's not easy. It's not easy at all. Especially when, you don't have support. I mean, when I got out, I was on my own. I started over with nothing. And with a criminal record to boot. And so like nothing, and I couldn't fall back on my career and I couldn't. It was scary. It was scary, and there was a few times where I almost didn't make it. But I literally, that one more day, if I just, one more hour, if I can just go without it for one more hour, that means I can go with it for another hour and I'm going to be fine. I'm going to get fucking through whatever the hell this is. And there was sometimes where it was minute by minute. Yeah, aviator. Yeah, that whenever somebody dies because of their addiction, it's people are dicks and they don't realize how hard it is, or they don't care because they're in active addiction themselves. And so they take a person's cell phone and they start going through phone numbers and harassing people and prank calling people and fucking with people. Every life has value, especially those who are in their worst spot when they're at their lowest low. Their lives have value, their lives have meaning, and somebody loves them. they mattered. Be real, that, yeah, we do. We all have something. We all got some pretty heavy baggage. Um, okay, guys. So I'm tearing up, and I want some coffee. So I'm gonna get off here. Um, I will do this again. Remember, we need the haters because they shine a light on our bullshit. The same way we shine a light on the government's bullshit. We are necessary, and so are they. I love you guys.